Another week, another gigantic step backwards for the Xbox. You know, we should just start one of those days without an accident industrial calendars here on TFN for old Microsoft and their Xbox division. Because it's been, what, 21 days since the Xbox One reversed its DRM stance, leading to gamers celebrating, to Microsoft once again taking a celebrated decision to do away with MS points in favor of real currency, only to have them completely botch it and end up screwing gamers in the process. Now, let me explain this. So last week, Microsoft announced the beta for its annual fall Xbox 360 dashboard update. Now yesterday, Microsoft started rolling out the beta, and within hours, gamers filled with internet rage headed to where else? Reddit and NeoGAF to vent their frustrations, regardless of being tied to a non-disclosure agreement. What happened was, at least for users in the UK, is that the change from MS points to actual currency shortchanged them by about 33%. It breaks down like this. Games in the Xbox marketplace that used to cost 1,200 points, which are equivalent to £10, now cost $11.99. Games that were 1,600 points now cost $14.99 instead of $13.33, and 800-point games that were £6.66 are now £8.99. One user even tried to buy 1,200 points in the new dashboard to see if their account would reflect the new pricing scheme, but instead of the new total being $11.99, it was $9.99. Now given this is a beta and things could change, but according to the Microsoft FAQ, quote, the amount added to your Microsoft account will be of equal or greater marketplace value than your Microsoft points, and that, quote, marketplace value may not always be equivalent to retail price. Others have also noted that nothing has changed for users on the Euro, and that the British pound on the XBL was rated higher than its true value, and the switch to actual currency instead of the nebulous point system is actually correcting that. And speaking of Xbox corrections, some gamers have started an online petition begging Microsoft to bring back the DRM and the Xbox One, stating that the always online stance for Xbox One was a great thing, calling it a Steam for Xbox. But since consumers were uninformed of its advantages, Sony took that uncertainty and ran with it. Of course, they could be trolling. Regardless, you can sign the petition on change.org and hope that it does what most online petitions do. Absolutely nothing. Do you guys think that Microsoft is really going to increase the price of games purchased through the marketplace, or are they merely adjusting the prices to reflect the regions they're sold in? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And hey, while you're here, check out this week's episode of HD Nation, where they'll tell you which set-top box is best for your HD TV. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. For TFN, I'm Scott Bromley saying MS points were always kind of like Shroot bucks. They don't really have any value. It's like, oh, 800 points for this. What does that even mean? Or Jeffrey dollars. Remember Jeffrey dollars? Toys R Us? The fake money they give you in exchange for real money that you never actually ended up spending because your parents would never drive you to Toys R Us? Or at least my parents never drove me to Toys R Us. Because they hated me.